Welcome back to Lime Rock Park, getting ready for the restart here on lap 30. Andrew Ranger still your race leader. Julian Alvarezson running second. Ryan Truex is third in the white 00 just behind the 35. Green flag in the air. Here comes Ryan Truex to the inside. He's going to try to take the lead away from Andrew Ranger.
And he's going to get it. A great jump on the restart there. Beat Andrew Ranger down to the inside of turn number 1.
What a restart for Ryan Truex. He takes the lead. Andrew Ranger into second. And the 84 of Cole Witt back there in third.
Well, Julian Alvarezson lost about 3 positions on that restart. You got to remember, that's probably the first restart he's ever done. He had obviously an initial start of the race, but that's his first restart.
So now 1, 2, 3, Ryan Truex, Andrew Ranger, and Cole Witt working their way around the racetrack. Tight confines now as they go through the S's.
Caught a glimpse of Kevin Swindell coming off his career best finish at Loudon of second a few weeks ago.
DJ Shaw in the 60. So the racing heating up here. Let's go back to pit road and Derek Perniciglio.
Well, guys, there's been a lot of activity and drama up and down pit road all day today. The number 12 of Ruben Ravello has electrical problems. The 84 of Cole Witt short pitted for fuel. And speaking of fuel, the 54 of Julian Alvarezson isn't going to come in for fuel or tires at all. They say a lot of good cars are falling out, so they're going to try to go all the way to the end. The 00 of Ryan Truex hasn't said anything on the radio, and except that his car is good. The 81 of Jason Holhouse is out. He lost 4th gear and was actually driving the car one-handed. And the number 2 of Ryan Gifford is in the paddock right now doing a transmission change on that car. They're trying to get out because they are racing for the championship, but he is going to be many laps down.
Thanks, Derek. And you see the field all in line once again after the restart. They bunched back up. Cole Witt back up into the 3rd position.
Yeah, Cole's hanging right with Andrew Ranger right here. Ryan Truex has opened up a few car length lead over Andrew Ranger.
Again, at the start of this race, it was Andrew Ranger and Cole Witt. They qualified 1-2, and at the beginning of the race, Cole Witt got wide, slid up into the dirt. He lost numerous positions, but now has battled his way back into the top 3. There's Julian Alvarezson back in the field now, just in front of the 20 of Brett Moffitt.
Right in front of Julian is the 6 of Darrell Wallace Jr. He's made a nice gain through the field here. Started way back in the 17th position.
Saw Max Gresham, Sergio Pena working their way through the field. There was the 9 of Kevin Swindell. In the field back in line. They get spread out after long green flag runs. There's Swindell once again in the 9.
There's a couple pretty good passing areas on this racetrack, their drivers tell me. When you go through those chicanes and through those S's, you pretty much want to be single file.
Yeah, we've seen that. Actually, that's where Julian Alvarezson lost the lead from Andrew Ranger, lost it to Andrew Ranger. Made a little bit of a bobble, and Andrew Ranger went right by. You see him slide out onto this front stretch. They cross the stripe, battle for the 4th position.
Julian took a look to the inside of Darrell Wallace Jr., not able to make the move.
You see a lot of yellow stripes on the back of these race cars, indicating the rookie status. Darrell Wallace Jr., Julian Alvarezson.
This is a great developmental series for NASCAR. We see a lot of young drivers, a lot of talented young drivers in this series, and we see a lot of drivers progress from here on to the Truck Series or the Nationwide Series, and eventually on to the Cup Series. We've had a long list of people like Steve Park that have had success at the Cup level and won races. Martin Truex Jr. we talked about a few moments ago.
Down the hill into that right-hander. See the 20, Brett Moffitt trying to make up ground. There's your top 3. You mentioned developmental series. Oh, and we've got a problem. Zach Germain stopped on the racetrack. He's pointed the wrong direction. See if he can get it turned back around.
Local yellow condition right now, and if he can get it going, then they will not bring the entire field under caution.
Want to make sure that he's pointed in the right direction, though, so see if he gets that car turned back around and we stay green. Darrell Wallace Jr. just in front of Julian Alvarezson. I was mentioning Ryan Truex, and he still can't get that car going. So he's off the racetrack, but
there's a yellow flag.
They're going to bring it out now. He's pointed the wrong direction, and so we'll see if he can get it fired back up and back in line.
When the flag went from blue to yellow, that meant it's a full car's caution. The blue waving flag is a local condition.
And so we go to our 2nd caution. Caution to bring caution. We're back under caution again. And getting ready for our second restart, Ryan Truex in front of Andrew Ranger. They'll actually be side by side when the green flag flies. We'll see how good of a restart Ryan Truex gets. Another great restart for Truex. Andrew Ranger a little slow on that outside line. That allows Cole Whitt to make the move on the inside.
He's going to lose at least one position. Darrell Wallace Jr. going to try to get by on the inside, not able to make it.
Brett Moffitt also trying to make the move in that number 20. Max Gresham just behind him in the 18. Those two team cars to each other. Sergio Pena on the outside of the 61 of Jonathan Smith.
Remember, Julian Aberration was in the 5th position when we went away to commercial break. They took the opportunity under that caution flag to come down pit road. There he is right there, the green car. He's back probably about 12th, 14th right now.
So he'll have to battle his way back up. But they had said they were going to not pit, but obviously didn't want to call it too close as far as fuel goes, so they came to pit road.
Just a little bit over halfway, too, so they still have a lot of time to make up those positions.
Stayed on the lead lap. We'll see how he does if he can move back up through the field. The field all in line now as we work our way around this just over 1.5 mile road course.
There's Julian way to the inside, going to make it 3 or 4 wide. I didn't think the racetrack was this wide.
And this point it was. Look at that hard braking by the 60 of DJ Shaw.
There's Kevin Swindell, the 9 car, trying to. Oh, DJ off the racetrack.
Shaw having a hard time keeping it on the racetrack. Kevin Swindell trying to make the pass on that 98 of John Murphy.
Kevin moves to the inside, not quite able to get there that time.
Kovaluk 5 laps down in this one. A difficult day again for him.
A lot of smoke out of the left front of Brian Duff's car. See the smoke? Doesn't look like a tire rub.
But it continues to smoke just in front of Matt Kovaluk. But Murphy in the 98 making the move. Here comes Julian Alvarezson in that 54 getting by.
Going to bring the 9 of Kevin Swindell with him. A lot of smoke out of Ryan Duff's car.
And it's just coming out of that left front. So he continues to smoke. He stays up wide as they come across the straight.
Scott Booley is off the course right now. The 26 car we're hearing from NASCAR, and that will bring out
our third
caution.
Yep, behind the wall. That's the 26 of Scott Booley is behind the wall and brings out our third caution of the day.
I think Scott had some mechanical trouble. Then he just pulled in a runoff area there, got behind the wall.
Saw the safety crew working to get him out of that race car. So a difficult day for Scott Booley. Ryan Truex, though, looking to make it 2 in a row from Lime Rock Park. Stay with us here on Speed. Welcome back to Lime Rock Park here in Lakeville, Connecticut. Getting ready for our restart after 43 laps. Ryan Truex, he'll be on the inside, and Cole Whitt on the outside. Another great restart by Ryan Truex as he throws it into turn number 1. Let's see how he does.
Cole Whitt. Oh, he locks the brakes up. He's going to slide wide off the racetrack.
Ryan Truex, your race leader, off the racetrack through the dust. Where's he going to come back out on the racetrack?
Look how many positions he loses. All the way back behind the 6 of Darrell Wallace Jr.
Just in front of that 17 of Jason Pattison. What a big air by Ryan Truex.
Cole Whitt kind of looked to the inside a little bit. And I think Ryan said, I got to make sure I beat him down in the corner, lock the front brakes up a little bit, just not enough to stay on the racetrack.
Andrew Ranger also trying to take advantage of that. He moves up into the 2nd spot. So Cole Whitt out in front, Andrew Ranger running 2nd.
Well, don't you know that Ryan Truex has to be distraught right now? Looked like he might have got a little wheel hop. Tried to get in the corner a little bit too hard. He saw Cole Whitt moving to the inside to try to take that inside groove. Got in there just a little bit too hot. Got a little bit of wheel hop possibly and couldn't keep the car on the racetrack.
Cole Whitt, Andrew Ranger, Brett Moffitt, Sergio Pena, and Max Gresham running side by side. Actually, one gives it up. Max Gresham allows Sergio Pena to have the line.
Well, he didn't allow him. I mean, I think Sergio took it, but
he took it.
He didn't want him to have it.
They always say cooler heads prevail. So Max Gresham maybe setting up Sergio Pena, trying to get by that number 4.
Sergio having a nice run today. Andrew Ranger right now is trying to shadow Cole Whitt.
And Andrew Ranger has been so strong today. Was able to get the pole. Cole Whitt started 2nd, but Ranger took the spot right at the drop of the green flag.
Remember now, this is the only road course this year for the K&N Pro Series East Division. Andrew Ranger, the majority of his experience comes from the Canadian Tour, couple-time champion, and they run a lot of road course races, as well as the fact, as we've talked about a couple times, that he won in the West Series at Infineon just a few weeks ago.
Bringing that experience back with him to Lime Rock Park.
A little contact.
Little bobble there at a Sergio Pena. It looks like Max Gresham. Maybe cooler heads don't prevail. Maybe he's going to get a little aggressive and try to take the spot away.
Looks like Truex was all over the back of the 77 of Miguel Paludo.
71 of Eddie McDonald.
Follows the 9 of Kevin Swindell.
Again, problems for the 40 of Matt Kovaluk today. He's 5 laps down to the field. Sergio Pena lost the position to Max Gresham. There's your leader, Cole Witt, coming down the front stretch, making the turn into turn number 1. Andrew Ranger right on his back bumper.
He's just going to worry him to death, it looks like.
Well, and that's what great drivers do. They put their cars into position so that when someone makes a bobble, they take advantage of it.
John Murphy in the 98 car. Again, you talk about Matt Kovaluk being a number of laps down with a couple different problems.
Cole Witt, Andrew Ranger through the S's. Cole Witt trying to hang on. Stay in front of Andrew Ranger.
Remember, those are the 2 cars that started on the front row. Kevin Swindell, oh, makes a little contact, and around both of them go.
Swindell goes around, so does Sergio Pena. Pena got into the 9 of Swindell, and both turn around. We stay green.
See if they can get these cars refired.
We'll stay green. Cole Witt out in front of Andrew Ranger's Brett Moffitt, Max Gresham, and Eddie McDonald.